I want to talk about one of the quickest ways and one of the best ways to be able to get better and quicker growth, both personally and professionally, take your business to the next level. And it's something that a lot of people really struggle with. And today I'm going to walk you through my journey, the lessons that I've learned and the things that I've done to improve my social circle, because it is something that makes a big difference. And it's something that a lot of people struggle with, because starting, running, growing your own business and achieving the things that you want to achieve in life are not necessarily normal. And when they're not normal, obviously that means not a lot of people are doing them. And when you're not surrounded by others that have similar goals, it can make achieving your goals quite difficult. The end goal really is just to surround yourself with like-minded people, people that are at the same level as you, and ideally people that are beyond you as well. I'm very fortunate to have friends. Obviously I've got my, core group of friends that I've had throughout life, and I'll continue to have them. Not every friendship needs to be kind of like have some ulterior motive or needs to be about business and growth. You can just have friends for the sake of having friends, of course. But I'm very fortunate that a lot of business friends, as I'll call them, are a lot further ahead than me, which is great. I've always desired to be the smallest person in the room. And it's a good trait to have, to be the smallest fish in the pond. The last thing you want to do is be a big fish in a small pond. And being around these people can just really transform ultimately the way that you think. The way that you think changes everything, and it can lead to, great relationships. It can lead to business relationships. It can lead to partnerships, and the list is endless. And I think one of the best ways to surround yourself with more like-minded people is to join some form of mastermind, whether that's a in-person mastermind, whether that is a coaching program that allows you to communicate with other people, whether that's a course that has a community built into it. But being surrounded by others, or at least having access to others, is really, really beneficial. And what I would recommend, because everybody's obviously placed all over the world, and it can be quite difficult to meet people face to face. So the easiest way to do it is online. But you want to take those online relationships offline. There's nothing better than actually sitting down, having dinner with a group of people that, face to face, as opposed to just speaking to them through school. You want to join courses, groups, masterminds, and try and take those relationships offline and meet face to face. And that's why in-person masterminds are always so good. I know that a lot of relationships that I have started from masterminds, and then you meet friends of friends, and so it goes on. But all of that is really only possible if you live in a city, in a big city. Growing up, I lived in the countryside in the UK, and it was very difficult to meet like-minded business owners. And it was much easier to do that when I moved to London. When I moved to London, it was a lot easier to meet other business owners, because for obvious reasons, I don't need to go into it, but getting yourself to a city is going to really, really help. Now, it doesn't mean that you need to up sticks and move, but you do need to be there. You do need to go to events. You do need to spend time in cities where you can meet people, because, as I say, I think it's one of the most powerful ways to take things to the next level. And it's difficult to do when you're in a sleepy town surrounded by people that just do not think like you do. Now, the next point, the next way to improve your social circle is to improve yourself. You need to be a person of value to others if you want to improve your social circle. And the reason being is people like to spend time with others that are similar to them. They're either on the same level or they are above them. Not often do people want to spend time with people when they don't provide any value to them. There are people that I would love to meet and get to know and hang out with that definitely don't want to hang out with me, because I can't really provide them any value. And only by being more valuable, basically, will I be able to be of interest to other people. And that sounds very transactional as a relationship, which, if you boil it down, 99% of relationships are transactional. You wouldn't hang out with a person if they didn't make you feel good, if you didn't enjoy their company. You're hanging out with them in order to get something from them. Every relationship, when you boil it to its core, is very transactional, the vast majority. So you need to become a person of value. Now, how do you become that person of value? Well, you've got to do things. You've got to become the sort of person that you would want to hang out with, the sort of person that you aspire to have in your social circle. And that leads me on to the next point, which is social media. Now, fortunately, unfortunately, whichever way you look at it, social media can play a big part into your social circle and the type of people that you hang around with. And speaking from someone whose social media presence absolutely sucks, it can make things a little bit more difficult. If I had 100,000 followers, I'm sure I would probably, more opportunities would open, let's put it that way. So it's important that you focus a portion of time on your social media presence. And you can do that by just documenting your journey. You don't need to be showing off, fancy lifestyles, but you do just need to show to people that you are someone of value, that you are building things, that you are creating things. And living in Dubai, it's very apparent that pretty much everybody is out there building things, doing amazing things, creating amazing softwares, building businesses, creating great connections. And, people don't want to necessarily hang out with somebody that can't provide them any value. And that value is going to be first impressions matter, basically. And social media is the first impression, 9 times out of 10. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to be this amazing business owner that is super successful, but you do need something out there. Going back to that point on transactional relationships, you don't necessarily need to only transact with them from a business perspective. People hang around with me because I'm hilarious. Not quite true, but they but people hang around with people not just because they've got great business acumen. There's lots of reasons, obviously, but you just want to become that person of value. So if I was to summarize how to increase and improve your social circle so that you can experience more growth from a personal and a business perspective, you want to join masterminds, join communities, join courses that have communities, that sort of thing. You want to try spending more time in a big city if you're not already there. And Dubai is probably the pinnacle of those cities. You want to become a person of value. And you can do that through your business. You can do that through just being funny. You can do it through, being a good storyteller, whatever. And then your social media as well, to kind of prove to the outside world that you can provide value. And this sounds, again, also transactional and shallow and surface level, which possibly to begin with right at the very start of a relationship it is. And then only when you get to know somebody does it become a little bit more of a deeper connection. So there's my 2 bits on how to grow your social circle, because I do genuinely believe it is one of the most impactful ways and one of the quickest ways and the easiest ways to improve your business, improve your life, because it changes the way that you think. When you're hanging around with people doing, 2 times, 5 times, 10 times more than you are, it's very inspiring and it lights a fire under you and makes you want to do and achieve more. So there we have it. If you want to find out how we can help, how we can help you level up your business, how we can help you start earning more money, then click the link in the description, go check it out. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.